Hello, my tasty, tenacious Taurus. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver your guided healing tarot and Pokémoncy. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And thank you so much for all of your support on my YouTube channel and on Instagram. I'm now posting my videos in both places. So if you're on Instagram, if you've never seen any on my YouTube, you might want to check that out. In any case, just a reminder, the top 2 videos with the most likes, I will now be counting on Instagram and YouTube combined, will get a twin flame bonus at the end of the month. And then we'll also be getting promo codes for the extended. So let's dive in. Taurus, this is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. Oh, one more thing. My website is open if you're interested in a private reading. It's dropped. All right, let's hop into it. So we have Priestess coming out in reverse. How are you being called to step up and lead? So honestly, I felt like this was someone else's energy. It feels like there was like a divine feminine sort of priestess figure in your life that you looked up to for quite some time, but now you're kind of like, okay, I'm moving away from them for some sort of reason. And I felt like it's because they aren't leading with their heart, or they're not leading with light any longer. And with the age of light, you've been training for this for lifetime. So it looks like you are probably a light worker. You're meant to help anchor light into our reality. And you've been training for this for lifetimes. And maybe you don't personally feel quite up to step up and lead, but you're kind of leaving a paradigm of like putting someone else spiritually above you is what I want to feel. And then you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So I love it. It looks like you're on your soul mission, right? Your true north is your north node in your natal chart. I highly suggest you check out your sidereal chart. And when you are going in the direction of your north node, you are constantly manifesting your highest vibrational timeline. So it feels like you are already doing that. Whew. Excuse me. Yeah, okay. Anytime I sneeze, it means something really wants to come out. So yeah, it feels like you are definitely already on your north node. So congratulations for being on that path. Definitely not easy, right? But great that you're doing it. We have the 6 of Wands here. Also, it's funny, a lot of signs have been getting this. It's because a lot of people are sort of spiritually being pushed onto their soul path and really being supported because we need it, right? All right, so with the 6 of Wands, this feels like some sort of celebration that happened, but for me, it has to do with celebrating the knight, right? And the knight, he does fight, or he or she or they, or what, they fight for a cause, right? But it's also a come and go type energy. So, with a knight, you wouldn't necessarily want to try to build a kingdom, right? It's not a king or a queen. But they are willing to, be valiant and fight for you and but they will leave, right? But they will come back if it's like true love, or, they're serving their king or queen or whatever it is, right? So it looks like there's a knight that's back. So it could be a person for you, or it could be something that's kind of been touch and go sort of thing, maybe a creative project or something of that nature. But anyway, it's been a come and go type thing, and it's back, and it is being celebrated. With the 2 of Swords in reverse, it looks like you have gotten some sort of clarity. Some information came in, so you're no longer blindsided. It's like you got the tea is what I'm hearing. With the Judgment, like you had to make some sort of judgment call, right? Judgment, this can literally be considered the day of judgment. So I feel like you found out something that is making you judge a soul, whether it's your own or somebody else's, like definitely like good or bad type judgment, right? And with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, it's telling me that something's just not quite working for you right now. It might actually be a work situation, but I just feel like it doesn't fit into your physical reality anymore. And it's because of this 3 of Swords, which is, heartbreak typically, but I'm feeling more mental anguish more than anything of why this doesn't work. And then the Queen of Swords is telling me that your divine feminine energy is getting on its game when it comes to its impeccability with its communication, with its words. So it looks like you could be signing some sort of contract. Like, the Queen of Swords makes legal decrees, right? Her word is law. Her word is contract. That's how, amazing and high vibrational her communication is, you know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily have to be written. And I feel like that is how the divine feminine is getting. It's like, okay, I'm only going to speak it if it's true. You know what I mean? I feel like a very affirmative sort of energy here. And then we had Slowpoke using spacing out. So Taurus, it looks like maybe you're going a little bit slower than you usually do, which, you are the bull, right? Taurus, you're not meant to move forward very fast, right? That's not stable for you. And that's why you represent moving at your own pace, right? If a bull is moving quickly, that means it's seen red. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want that energy. So it looks like you are taking things slow. So I'm glad to see that. But however, in the third eye, we have spacing out, which could be, that you are getting a little bit spacey. You might be dissociating. I was getting a lot of sort of Piscean energy for you. So it's possible that you could kind of be slipping out of reality. Sometimes that happens when a lot of, light anchors into your body and your physical vessels kind of like adjusting, you know what I mean? Like, of course there's going to be some spacing out. But anyway, I think it's a lot in your head. So I think you're getting your mind right in a way. It feels like you're being very mindful with the words, of course, that you're saying, with we saw with the Queen of Swords, saying, writing and stuff, but most importantly, what you're saying to yourself in your own head. I feel like you're focusing on things being more affirmative. All right. So anyway, what we're going to do is take a look at what light do you have to shine? And, what light within you should be shining, what light needs to be shed for you. And then we will take a look at, what is dulling that shine, what shadow is being cast on your light, and then we will look into how to overcome that shadow, and then of course some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. But let's see for our tasty tenacious Taurus. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Yeah, exactly. It feels like as you're getting more impeccable with your word, you are also sort of releasing yourself, right, from contracts, right? These can be mental contracts as well. It feels like you're trying not to be tied down by anything. You might be saying goodbye, see ya, sayonara to some people in your life. I did forget to mention there were other cards that came out that were Pokemon. And Meryl came out using Bubble Drain, which was telling me that there are some, soulmate relationships that have been very draining to you. And I feel like that has to do with sort of this contract review, so to speak, that you're doing in your own head. So let's see. Looks like you are meant to be releasing these soul patterns, 7 of Wands and 9 of Wands. Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's more people trying to rush you, honestly. With the 7 of Wands and 9 of Wands, it has all to do with your firepower, right? Your kundalini, your creative potential that you are utilizing to manifest the reality around you, right? Your energy levels, so to speak. The 7 of Wands talks about, having something to fight for, kind of like, are you with me or are you against me type energy. 7 of Wands can also be like, this is my truth, sort of thing. Like, this is the wand that I'm going to use to make my magic sort of thing, even though you have multiple to choose from. And the 9 of Wands is absolute exhaustion, right? It does talk about, like, you're like kind of losing hope in getting to the end of it. There might be some destination, and we see that, slowpoke, things are going a little bit slower, but you don't need to feel negative about that, Taurus. Like, you literally represent that it's healthy and good and, stable to be moving at a slow pace, right? Like a Taurus, you have so much power in you. That's why, like, if it goes fast, you know what I mean? Like, you're getting the horn. That's not fun. Nobody likes a charging bull. You know what I mean? So even though you're still lovable when you charge, of course, Taurus, yes. But yeah, so I definitely am feeling just like this exhaustion, and you're feeling like, okay, I should be close to the finish line. Am I? I'm not really even sure. Like, I feel a lot of uncertainty. Let's see, what's the light energy? Coming out stuck, going to the 9 of Wands. Startling bark and tantrum. Yeah, so I feel like you're dealing with a lot of people that are kind of pushing you and exhausting you, basically. It could be a person of authority or people who try to push you as some sort of authority. With Gramble, this is a fairy type. I don't know why it took me so long to get out of that. So fairy types have to do with soulmate relationships, right? Soul contracts. You do this, I do this, right? We have the ability to write them, release them, whatever. And all types of people, right? Friends, lovers, coworkers, etc., etc. So with startling bark and tantrum, it feels like you have soulmates that, yell at you and stuff, right? Startling bark is when you're like scared because of the way that they are using their throat chakra, and tantrum, people who throw little tantrums around you. You know what I mean? And I feel like you're just exhausted about this. It says, it can make most any Pokemon run away simply by opening its mouth wide to reveal its big fangs. So, yeah, I feel like it feels like someone else's energy. It might be you, Taurus, but I really don't feel that. But, you know, again, with the throat chakra, it's like opening it up and can scare anybody. I feel like there's just been like fighting energy around you that has just exhausted you because they're like, oh, we needed blah, da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Like, just a call to action that is like exhaustive is what I'm feeling. We have Stuffle using tackle. So this seems to be some sort of inner child healing, like, you know, Stuffle, Stuffy sort of thing. And it is kind of, it's like a bear, which I take as, you know, like your teddy bear. So I feel like you're trying to tackle this communication by being very gentle about it. Again, a lot of it has to do with communicating with the inner child here. It says, despite its adorable patterns, when it gets angry and flails about, its arms and legs could knock a pro wrestler sprawling. So yeah, again, I feel like that's you too, right? I feel like this, whatever this thing that scares you or throws a tantrum, it might, you know, make you see red. You know what I mean? And like I said, you know, as a bull, that's not enjoyable when you get taunted, right? Especially in a bull ring, right? When people are, you know, throwing the spears and stuff at them, like absolute abuse, you know what I mean? And so, you know, if a bull is charging and going too fast, it's only because they're getting hurt. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and I feel like that's you. Like, Taurus, you are adorable, right? Like, you know, just so, so cute. But if you get angry and you flail about, you know, you could knock a pro wrestler out, right? That's like the bull. You mess with the bull, you get the horns, basically. So I feel like that's the situation where you are, and that energy, it's time to release that soul contract of allowing soulmates in your space that sort of, you know, taunt you and make you see red, right? Like the worst kind of trigger. So like I said, in the extended, we're going to see what shadow is there that is stopping this light from shining, which it feels like the light is releasing that soul pattern. And then we will look at some energy on how to overcome that blockage, and then some advice to manifest the highest vibrational timeline. But let's use a unicorn to bring us into the extended. Me and my twin flame hosted a unicorn workshop. It's about quantum jumping. So unicorns are basically glitches within the matrix that allow you to jump from one timeline to another. We explain, you know, what they are mathematically through quantum physics. We also explain what they are like spiritually, healing wise, through elemental healing. So if that interests you, check it out in my shop. We have two that are coming out. So Rose Gold Cosmic Pool in reverse. Breathe in cosmic love, soak up wisdom. So it's telling me that, you know, it's difficult for you to be bathing in this cosmic love right now. And it's literally all animals. You know what I mean? Like, as a bull, you need to, right, as your animal totem, you need to be bathing in this love of, like, right, every animal has their role to play, right? Like the owl is known for its wisdom, right? And how it can find things in the shadows, right? Which is how you get the wisdom. You know, bears are very protective of their cubs. They are also, you know, looking for sweets all the time. You know, tigers are, you know, very sly and sneaky. Same could be a house cat and, you know, a dog, right? They all have these own things. And it feels like, you know, you haven't soaked up the wisdom of the cosmic love that the universe wants to give you for being a bull. You know what I mean? Like, it is so important to be appreciative of what you represent, right? You're not supposed to be charging forward at such a pace. And then we have the Cosmic Pearl. Expand your psychic gifts. Open the gate to the angelic realms. It's funny because I was feeling like angelic energy coming in very, very heavy. So it looks like you are meant to sort of raise your vibration. Maybe you've only been working with animal totems and, you know, you're being asked to sort of raise your vibration and start working with the angels, right? Angels are mathematical equations. Basically, they just all run on a vibration. They're just truisms. They just sort of help you, you know, get to where you want to be. So it looks like you are meant to be expanding your third eye, expanding your psychic gifts, and start contacting the archangels. Let's get an archangel out here to bring us into the extended. Hello from heaven, Archangel Azrael. Your loved one in heaven is doing just fine, or your loved ones in heaven are doing just fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. So it looks like, you know, you have some angelic ancestors, basically, like ancestors that are at such a high vibration that they are angels and also willing to help you. So again, the angelic realm does not necessarily have to be the archangels, right? It takes a while to truly, you know, learn how to interact with them, but you can always call in other angels as well, right? There, of course, is a hierarchy everywhere. But yeah, so yeah, it looks like you're meant to be calling in higher vibrational things. I think that's a great place to transition into the extended. So if we part ways here, good luck with the situation. If you'd like to follow me, the link is in the description box below. If you're watching on Instagram, it is also in the link in my bio. I am sending you all so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah!